What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today's video, I kind of wanted to talk about Surging Sparks. I have not talked about Surging Sparks on this channel, I think about maybe a month. It's been not a month, I'd say about 2 or 3 4 weeks, ever since Prismatic Evolutions just kind of came on my radar, and I've been kind of talking about that a lot and kind of going back and forth with that, but I'm trying to get away from that for a little bit and see other sets and see how they're doing. Like I said, I haven't talked about Surging Sparks in, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, so we're going to check back up on Surging Sparks and see how it's doing. What's crazy to me is, I personally, whenever I thought Prismatic Evolution was going to come out, I thought Surging Sparks was going to be one of those sets that kind of started going down in price, but there's a couple factors that it seems like that's playing into this that makes sense why it's staying. One, we don't have no supply, but there is some supply coming next month. I don't know if y'all heard or not, there is getting a reprint of Surging Sparks confirmed for next month. I don't know how much product or anything like that, so that is the kind of thing right now. I guess we'll see what the prices are and see if it's actually affecting the market. What used to really happen is when reprints got announced, prices would go down on sets. Like, that's whenever I got my Paul Day Evolve. Whenever the reprint came in, I got the booster boxes for I think like $125. They were right around $150. They dropped down to $25. That was my time that I picked it up. With Surging Sparks, I think it's a little different with this. I see it dropping down. Like, you don't really see, there's no drops in it. I think we got all this kind of like a month ago. Well, you see, over the last month, it has gone down. Like, I mean, it hasn't really gone up, down, but it's just really stayed stagnant, it seems like, honestly. I guess this was probably after the reprint news right here. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just really stayed stagnant. It hasn't really gone anywhere up or down. Maybe because of the reprint news coming out, people don't want to purchase this set, but this set is still selling very strongly, consistently. As we can see, 30 boxes selling today. It's not Prismatic Evolutions level, of course, but it's still selling pretty strongly today. It's 10, 15 boxes a day consistently, which is pretty still strong for a normal set. You see what I'm saying? Like, Prismatic Evolutions is on a whole different level, because I can't even compare this to really Prismatic Evolutions, to be honest with you. But the booster boxes, they might come down a little bit. The one thing that's really gonna suck about these reprints, and that's the one thing that people I don't think understand about reprints in this era that we in right now as Pokemon, is there's at distributor level, that what I've heard from people, reputable sellers that have distributors, there's nothing really to buy at the distribution level. So that is going to eat up once this product comes to the distribution level, they're going to be eating this up like crazy because they have nothing else to buy. You see what I'm saying? So people are going to buy a lot of Surging Sparks. This will get flown through like crazy. Like, Pokemon has to drop a like enormous amount of product for this market to kind of cool down because of how much is kind of drying up right now, which is mainly because of the rip and ships. You see what I'm saying? But we're just gonna look through the cards and stuff like that. I think the Pikachu. What's interesting about this Pikachu is it peaked out around like that $600 mark. Like, yeah, about that $600 mark. After that, it kind of just came. It stayed pretty much stagnant. Like I said, over the last month, it's just pretty much stayed stagnant. It hasn't came down. It's just stayed stagnant, which is, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. I'm okay with kind of those sets doing that because it's not really doing anything. Because then after that, it gets to that point, especially with the reprint news, you would assume something like this would kind of have this set go down in price, but it's not really. It's not, even with the singles and everything like that. There's not really that many getting sold consistently. But, you know, see, this set's still selling very strong. The Pikachu's still selling very strong. About for that $500 mark, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. They're getting sold, not, like I say, about once or twice a day consistently, maybe. Somebody's buying them. Probably degrade them and everything like that. So, you know, it's kind of interesting to see this. So, the Latias, beautiful card. I'd love to have this in a PSA 10, but this card is absolutely too expensive for me. There's a couple cards in Scarlet Valley that I want to get in a PSA 10 for myself. Look, the same thing kind of with this Milo deck. I mean, same thing with the Latias. Look at it, just pretty much staying the same price a little bit. It peaked out around that $2.3, like the $300 mark. Next, you know, after that, just stayed stagnant. Really, just stayed stagnant. Like, it's crazy to see all these cards just staying at the price it is. I mean, this came down a little bit, but not really that much. Like I said, in the last month, it's just stayed stagnant. Really, because Prismatic Evolutions is a big factor right now playing into this set, and I feel like everybody's kind of focused on the Prismatic Evolutions. But we still have a couple more sets. We do have Journey Together coming out within like 2 months or something like that. We still have a while, so it's going to be interesting to see how these sets kind of really play out with that set coming out. Will any of these sets kind of come down? I don't know. I don't know. I would say something about Prismatic Evolutions, but I'm getting away for that. Gold Pikachu. The Gold Pikachu is really interesting to me. This was one of the cards that when this first set came out, I'm like, this card is not going to hold for this price at all. There's no way this card holds for this price. Because in the Scarlet and Violet era, this is the first card, a gold card, to hit around $100 and more. And once it hit that $100 mark, I'm like, this card's overvalued. This, that, and the other. I'm not buying this card. I mean, I wasn't buying anyways, but you see what I'm saying? Like, why are people buying this card? Like, it doesn't make no sense to me. But now we figured out that this card is just over. It's a Pikachu, you know, Pikachu Gold. It just makes sense now. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't make bets on single cards or anything like that. And, you know, that's why I don't bet on single cards. I like to look at it and kind of get my opinion on some cards. But, you know, in my opinion, could be wrong sometimes. And I was wrong about this Pikachu. As we can see, this is the one card. It seems like that's still going up. Even after that month, you've seen how we've seen the Latias and the Pikachu. It was kind of staying stagnant. Look, over the last month, it went from 114 to selling around 137. You see what I'm saying? So it's selling for that consistent price. Well, I think it's around 137. Let's see what the sales are. Yeah, it's a kind of all over the place. 120. It hasn't gone up like crazy, but it's still gone up a little bit from that like 115 mark last month. You know, that's kind of how all the cards. Personally, wow, this card. Oh my goodness, this is the one card that's went down like crazy. As we can see, this was from 112. Wow, this might be a pickup right here. 112 all the way down to like $85 now. I wouldn't say a pickup, but I like this card. I like this card personally. It looks really cool. I love the art on it. Beautiful card. It reminds me of the Celetor. And oh my goodness, there goes back when you're freaking Prismatic Evolution. all right, like, but this is a beautiful. I love kind of the darker artwork on it, especially kind of like the outside. Like it looks like he's like in like a realm, kind of coming through like a portal or something like that. I don't know. It's just me personally, but pretty cool card. This is a card that has came down a good amount though. Honestly, over the last month, as we've seen the other cards staying stagnant, but this card's staying kind of at the way like. You see what I'm saying? Like the Pikachu and the Latios, everything was kind of staying stagnant and staying pretty much at the same price around there, not really doing anything with moves or anything like that. And we see this card just gone down like crazy over the last month. Like it's crazy. Over the last month, how much has this card gone down? Probably about, I'd say about maybe like 10-15% maybe. Yeah, crazy to see that. But you know, some of these cards, they get overbought up and stuff like that. The Milotic, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the Milotic. It's still the same thing. It's gone up a little bit over the last month compared to this is the one card that's kind of gone up. As we can see around like the end of December, that's kind of what we're comparing it to. It's about the same. It's crazy. All these cards are just staying on a straight line like this. But, you know, we'll have to see what really happens when these reprints come out and see how much of these cards kind of go down in price. If they even go down in price, like I doubt it in this market. It's kind of hard to see. Celetor Ridge, I love this card. Such a beautiful card. Wow. This is the one card that's gone up like crazy. Oh my goodness. Dang. That's crazy. It hasn't gone up like crazy though. See, some of these cards haven't gone up like insanely crazy. Like over the last 3 months, yeah, it has, of course. Over the last month, 36%. Wow, that's crazy. It was selling for $25 up to like $34 now. Wow, that's interesting. That's crazy. This is a beautiful card. Probably with the Surging Prismatic Evolution Celetor Ridge coming out. That's probably why I'd assume so. If you want to have that. The Latios. See, this card fell down a good amount. This was sitting around like the $38 mark, and now it's back up to the 40s. So it's just pretty much stayed that same price. Same thing with all these sets. Pretty much all these cards we've seen pretty much stay the same price. Same thing with this Pikachu, ultra rare. Same thing. This one's actually came down a little bit, but you know, it's still around the same price. It hasn't came down, crashed down in price. If they crash down in prices, it'd be a different story. This card really holds value because of it being a playable card. That's the main reason this card really has value, I think so personally. And people just like to make their deck look better and stuff like that. That's a big play card there. Executor, Lohan Executor. I know people love this card. And this card's gone down, kind of interesting too. It's crazy how most of these cards, like the high value cards, most of them have kind of stayed at like the Latios and Latios has kind of stayed at the same prices and stayed stagnant. Some of these cards are going down. Some of them are kind of Dang, this is crazy. This card went to 108 and it dropped down to $61. Holy moly. As we can see, last month, this card fell down like 20%. Crazy to see that with some of these cards. Beautiful card, though. I like this card. It's a nice card, but, you know what I mean? Some people want it. Jasmine's Gaze. This is the same card, same kind of thing. Went down a little bit and just kind of stayed stagnant. It's interesting to see most of these cards in this set kind of done the same thing, really. Honest Appeal. Yeah, we didn't really like this card. This card just kind of fell down in price and just stayed stagnant there. The one thing I want to look at now is the PSA of these cards. The PSA is a big factor that plays into some of these cards too. Some of these cards, we can see why some of them have a like more expensive price. As we can see, look, the Hydreigon, he sold for $195. The Milotic sold for $350. Oh my goodness, a lot of this has fell down this much. $595 is crazy. I remember this card selling for like $1,200-$1,300 whenever this set came out. Crazy. This PSA 10 card has literally fell down 50% over like the last month and a half or like month or so this set's been out. Kind of crazy to see some of these sets do this. But, you know, see what I'm saying? That's just how it goes sometimes. Well, no, this set's been out for like 2 months now. Like, yeah, I say about 2 months, which is kind of crazy, honestly. Wow, time's flying by like crazy. The Gold Pikachu is actually selling for a good amount, too. Ooh, this is the PSA 9. This is PSA 10, too, of the Pokemon Center promo. $250. Wow, that's crazy. I have like 2 cases of that. I think, yeah, 2.5 cases of that. Dang. Oh, this PSA 9 selling for $218. The Pikachu SAR is selling for $1,075. Dang, this card is. I remember this card selling for like $3,400. Went down to $2,000. Sitting down at $115, like $1,500. That's crazy to see what some of these prices on this card are going for. Wow, seeing them consistently selling for that price too. That's interesting, honestly. As we can see, some Milotic. Yeah, this was today too. All these were today too, so that's crazy. Or yesterday, whenever you're watching this. Dang, PSA 9 selling for $425. Wow, that's cheaper than I think Raw one. Honestly, that's crazy. Yeah, some of these cards are selling for, decent prices. I think we're looking at booster boxes now. Yeah, we see the booster boxes selling for about the same price. They're selling about the 250 mark. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with this reprint, see if it really affects these prices. As we can see now, the reprint has already been announced. Everybody knows it's coming. So is it look like it's really affecting the market? And not really, honestly, it's not. As we can see, booster boxes are selling for about 250. We'll have to wait and see how much it comes out to be whenever like the reprint comes out. If it comes out a decent amount of price, I mean, I'm not buying. I'm done with this set. I already have like 4 cases. I'm not doing anything with this set. I might sell. I've thought about selling a case. $1,400. I bought a seal case for $600. It's just crazy the market we're in. Absolutely wild the way these sets are going right now. Crazy. $1,500, $1,1500. If I can get $1,500 for a case, I probably might sell it, to be honest with you. Honestly, oh my goodness, I might have to try to sell it. We'll see. I don't know. I know I've talked about this back and forth, but just to raise some capital, because I don't really have too much capital for whenever Team Rocket comes out, so I kind of want to be ready for capital wise there. But we'll have to see what happens. I'm okay with holding this set, but at the same time, it seems like there's better opportunities really out there to see. So we'll have to see. I'll let y'all know if I do sell it or not. Y'all, it'd probably be on eBay, whatever like that. And I have been doing a lot with eBay right now. I'll have to make a whole other video about that too if y'all stay to the end of this. I guess I'll tell y'all that. But yeah, I've been kind of doing a lot on eBay. I'm probably make a whole video what I've been trying to do on eBay, because I've been trying to get more active into doing it, but just get more active into selling stuff because it's fun. I enjoy selling stuff. It's really fun to do it. It's just kind of the process of doing it, which kind of sucks. But you gotta do what you gotta do here. But we see this says pretty much staying strong. Honestly, it's staying stagnant. It's kind of interesting, which is okay. I'm okay with this set staying stagnant. Why I'm okay with that? Because we have a reprint already confirmed, already announced that it's coming out. So you would assume with reprints coming out that the set would have to it would go down a lot. What is really going to be a factor that I like to look at this set for is because of the reprints. Okay, what is the reprints that I want to look out that for? See how much this reprint is. Okay, that's a big one factor right there. And another thing too is how much does it affect this price? Why do I say that? Why I'm going to be looking for that? Well, we know some big sets right now that need some reprints. Prismatic Evolutions is a massive one that needs a reprint. Will it really affect that price? One, it depends how much. See what I'm saying? So it just really, that's why I'm be paying attention to Surging Sparks for and see what it does with the reprint. The market we are in right now, like I said earlier, it's kind of hard for reprints to really affect the market. We'll have to see how much gets put out there, but that's just my opinion of the set. I wanted to go over the set. It's been a while since I've talked about the set. It's been a really while. I used to talk about the set like once a month, once a week. But let me know what y'all think about Surging Sparks. See what happens with it. See you on the next one.